The build took about 5 months total, give or take. It was about 3 months of getting most of the skeleton and the plating and everything done, and it was about a week for the gun and the shields, and then about 2 months of tweaking and modifying in a few areas. I had to do several different prototypes of the legs. Usually most of my creations are like the first prototype go through. I usually modify long after the events they were meant for. But I had to do like 3 or 4 different versions of his legs to support his weight. The torso got redesigned like 3 or 4 times. The hips were a constant pain and still are, but now they're a nice, strong, sturdy Technic support structure. Lots of turntables, lots of actuators. Yeah. So, in the original design, there are silly fuel cylinders on the back of this thing. They're actually kind of cool fuel cylinders. But I was going to use curved wall pieces, the really lightweight things to make them. But he wanted them to be black and to be a little more robust. So that ended up... They are maybe the heaviest part of the whole build, and of course it's on his backpack. So the only really way he stands is if he has his gun and shield
to kind of even out that weight.
To counterbalance the weight. But if you pull those fuel cylinders off, and they do come off in the anime if I recall correctly, he is fully posable if they're not there. He can move the gun around, he can hold the gun, he can do some cool positions with the shield. So for a 3-foot-tall mech, he ended up being a whole lot more posable than I thought he would be. I can actually pull off a couple of the armor plates to show you some of the...
Sure, yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let me see if it's...
Okay.
It will let me. He's been kind enough so far to let me pull these off. There we are. So there's some of the jointing inside. There.
Go.
So actuators are a godsend. They are the thing that keeps him up and standing. I've got 2 in each of the arms, 1 in each of the shoulders, there's 1 in each of the ankles, and 1 that runs through the center of him, so I can actually make sure that when he does wobble on his single turntable holding on the torso, he doesn't snap in half and fall over. He did that a couple times, and it was not fun when you're working on something at the back and he kept wanting to fall to his death. There was one time when I got up one morning and he was in a heap on the floor, and that was fun. But he turned out and he's standing, which is a miracle. But no.
Yeah, it turned out really great. And now I noticed you have some lighting in there. Is that something you added afterward, or did you always plan on putting that in?
Well, when he commissioned it, he wanted there to be lights. He wanted a few key different lighting elements. Like there's like the arc laser or whatever that is in his chest, and then the very vivid green glow of Sazabi's central eye. And all the thrusters, too. All the thrusters are lit on the back. You can actually come around into the display if you want to see them. And conveniently, all the battery packs are stored in his crotch. It's a nice, large, spacious codpiece. And ironically, some of the Gundam models actually have a huge battery pack right there. So it seemed appropriate.
Works out well.
And unlike most Gundams, he actually has a cockpit in his head.
Oh.
Which let me open up. Yeah. Which has a display screen and can roll down to give the appearance of it being closed. So, because rarely ever do you go into a battle with an open cockpit.
Yeah, that's true. So,
and then all these open up as well, and the rockets come out and splay. This is all the little details he requested. There's an axe in the back of the shield that comes off, and sword hilts that slide out of the wrists, too. So there's a whole bunch of stuff he can do. Although, it's kind of difficult to play with a 3-foot-tall Gundam. But
so this is kind of built then as, is it going to be mostly like a display piece then?
It'll most likely be a display piece. There's a bunch of little accessory pieces he can pull out and mess with.
Yeah.
Because he wanted some posability, even though it is massive. And like all little things that usually come in the Gundam kits and Gundam toys. And the stuff he like whips out in the movie. Because it's a Gundam, so he's got weaponry everywhere.
Yeah. Any idea how many pieces on this, or?
A lot. I think I estimated somewhere between 15 and 30,000. It's always hard to know because you order stuff from Bricklink or Pick a Brick, or you pull stuff from your own collection, and a lot of it ends up getting mixed up halfway through the project because you throw prototypes you're never going to use out the window. Not literally, well, sometimes, but so You can never really tell, but I think somewhere between 15 and 30,000, probably around 20-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, it's big.
And very red as well. It's pretty much all red. Did you have to get that a lot from Bricklink, or where did you find all that from?
A lot of it was Bricklink.
Okay.
I had a handful of red things left over from a previous commission I've done, but it was mostly just bulk brick. So yeah, I did have to get a lot of tiles and a lot of slopes, and yeah. I don't think I like red anymore.
We're done with red for a while.
Yeah, but sadly all my commissions seem to be like red big buildings and red mechs and red Ninjago things, and I prefer gray. I want to do something gray.